Hello, welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following me as I explore the amazing world of pens. And you see in front of you a black box with a very nice embossed name on it and a very interesting symbol. Nothing else on the box. And yes, this matte black surface does attract fingerprints, and I do keep my hands as clean as possible, but they do get a little greasy. So why do I have this box and a second box? Yes, I have two. Well, Maria, who's a influencer marketing coordinator, sent me an email. And I guess that officially makes me an influencer. So thank you, Maria at Modern Fuel, for that designation. So I enjoy writing instruments. I specialize in fountain pens, but certainly one cannot live by just one writing instrument alone. So you need to supplement that. So here we have a ballpoint and a pencil. And they're also made from a solid piece of metal. We're going to investigate them. We're going to reference the company. There's been a lot of other reviews, and the company Modern Fuel has done a lot of videos, which I think are useful because I learned a lot from them. Put a link in the video description, and I'll also give you a link to two reviews that you might also find interesting. So what's nice about these boxes is a metal closure, which is always good. And you open it up, and there is the ball pen. Really nice packaging. And this you could put on your desk. It fits loose inside the box, but that's not really a concern. So here we have ballpoint. Push to activate the ballpoint. I mean, the first thing is, number one, it feels great in the hand. It's just the perfect weight, I think. And the machined finish just has enough texture to it. It is definitely not slippery. And you can hold it anywhere. It has one of those space pen refills in it. And it can take a whole bunch of other different refills, which you can see those in some of the videos by Modern Fuel. We'll show you how to take it apart. Hopefully I can figure that part out. Then we will go on to box number 2. And we'll open that up and we'll see a pencil and a lot more stuff. I didn't talk about this black metal clip. We'll discuss that later on when we get into details. But we'll see this takes a 0.7 millimeter HB lead. They take 0.5, 0.7, or 0.9. And when you extract the pencil from its nice cork tray, you get the same feeling. This is made of bronze, but it just feels great in the hand. And like the ballpoint, you press down on the eraser and the lead comes out. I mean, all of these pens have a very quality feel to it. You press down and you can retract the mechanism, which I think is good. It makes a nice clean look. The eraser works well. And I think both this and the pen just feel great in the hand. I'm going to say that a lot during this video. The shape, the design, that texture on the surface from the machining. I love the minimalistic look. I enjoy that in a lot of my writing instruments. I can also enjoy something that's ornate, but to me as an everyday writer, you can't beat this type of look. So stay tuned as we investigate these a little bit further and we talk about why is there an Allen wrench in this package? We got a lot of extra erasers, which is always good. And I like the black erasers. We got a lot of leads, and there's a lot of them in this pencil. But the Allen wrench is certainly a little different. So I first took apart the pencil, and there's a lot of instructional videos showing you how to take it apart. But the key thing to me is to take a look at how these parts are put together. It's just extremely well done. The threads are great. So this threads onto this mechanism, which is where the leads are kept, and this is what repels the leads. And that just screws on. If you'll notice at the bottom here, there are some lines, and this has 2 lines at the bottom, and that's to indicate 0.7 millimeters. If there's no lines, it's 0.5, and if there's 3 lines, it's 0.9. So that's interesting how they designated what lead works in this repelling mechanism. And this is one mechanism, and you can buy them in the different size leads, so you can exchange them or buy a few of them at different color leads in them, whatever you want to try to do. So in order to unscrew this when it's all put together, if you just turned it, it would turn the whole mechanism. So what you do is you take this Allen wrench, it goes in here, and it fits into a hex piece. You can feel it fit in there, and you use the Allen wrench to hold the pencil mechanism, and you turn this. Takes a few turns, a lot of fine threads there, and then this comes off. And then you need to unscrew what I'll call the nose cone from the bottom of the barrel, and you don't see any seam. I had to work a lot in order to get that to come off. Of course, it might be good to use the end that has the threads on it. And as with everything else, this just fits together so nicely, and that O-ring there is great because as you tighten it, you can feel it grab on the O-ring, and as you can see, that seam completely disappears. I'm just blown away. I love that type of very precision machining, and the way that they did the texture, I think, also works to that advantage. So that's the pencil. Now let's take a look at the ballpoint. So here we have the ballpoint as disassembled as I can do, and really disassembled enough to change the refill or use another refill. Supposedly this unscrews, and as like with the pencil, I don't see a seam there. I've tried as much effort as I can do, use rubber grippers or whatever, and nothing comes apart. So this could be one piece. There's no reason for it not to be one piece. So how you take this apart is the first thing you do is you unscrew this knob. There's a name for these things, but I don't know what they are. And then you'll see this exposed at the top. It has a slot in it. You put a small screwdriver in there, and then you unscrew this. So what I found just mind-blowing is this is a brass mechanism that you can see. That's when the ballpoint's going to be down, and then you press it again and the ballpoint comes up. So that's extremely well done. I love that. That's quality engineering, and when you have a lifetime warranty, it's nice that things are made that way. And this is the refill it comes with, which is a Fisher Space Pen refill. And like I say, it takes all the different types of refills. And again, there's a number of videos that talk about that. And they also make the new version has a bolt action on it, which Mike Matheson reviewed. I put a link in my video description if that is of interest to you. So you may say, Chris, I need a clip on my pen or pencil. So they provide you with this slide-on clip. It's black. It's the same clip that goes on any of the pens that they make, or pencils. I'm not sliding it on because I'm not a clip person. and I don't think it adds to the look at all. It's just there. It does work as a roll stop, but I'm not worried about this rolling off the desk because it's probably going to put a dent in the floor. Certainly not going to put a dent in the pen. And in case I didn't mention it to you, this is the titanium pen. I just love the feel. I cannot get tired of that. And to me, that makes a great writing instrument when it just feels great in your hand and you just want to pick it up and write with it. And this Modern Fuel design does that for me. So I know those of you say, I want to see them write, and we will do that. But I think it's time for my editorial comments concerning Modern Fuel. To me, the number one is these are incredibly well-made, well-engineered, almost works of art, in my view, of a writing instrument. Everybody, I think, would fall in love with them if they had an opportunity to put one in their hand. They are not inexpensive, but how many things do you buy that'll last a lifetime? And you'll know they'll last a lifetime because they're made to last a lifetime. So that to me puts them in a special category. Here's the different colors that they come in, the different metals that they come in. Their website is extremely well done. They've done stuff, I think, on Kickstarter originally, but they've been selling these pens for a number of years now. So they're not a fly-by-night company. The owner, designer, and engineer has done a lot of videos, and I like watching them. I learn a lot from them. But primarily what excites me is his passion, his dedication, and then having the products in my hand and seeing it's exactly what he says. So that to me is the joy and the fun of getting a new writing instrument and having it exceed your expectations. And these two writing instruments do that. You may ask, what other metal ballpoint pens have you done a review on? So here's one here. Again, the kind of minimalistic design, but it has this nice brass ring with a roll stop on it. And that's also the mechanism to push out the refill. But this pen's claim to fame, and I'll put a link of my review to it, is at the top is a fidget. I mean, I suggested they do something, maybe put a little spiral at the top so you actually see it spinning, but it spins for a long, long time, and you can feel that spin vibration or whatever when you're holding it, and that's, you know, a fidgety thing. And that's where the bolt action ballpoint serves a purpose, because it gives you something with your fingers to do when you're not writing, but you're holding that instrument in your hand ready to write. So I enjoyed this pen. As you can see, it's still in use. It's fun, but this pen has a gimmick, and I'm not using that as a derogatory term, but it has a gimmick, which is the spinner. These two just have one purpose in mind: lifetime writing instruments. This is also made well, engineered well, put together well, and that's what's nice about that pen and these two. So let's put some marks on paper. So this is a very pleasant writing experience. Those lead graphite refills are just super smooth. You know, when we talk in the fountain pen world about it has feedback like a graphite lead pencil, this is not the one we're referring to. This just glides. As you can see, I make the same type of marks. I'm not going to do a smear because no need to. But what makes this, again, nice is I just love the way it feels in my hand. I can't put it down. So as we go to the ballpoint, mechanism just feels so good, just like it does on the pencil. I wish I could spell, but I don't write ballpoint very often. again, just a very pleasant writing experience. But the main pleasure is just how nice it feels in your hand. And with this long length, it's very hard to write over the camera. So we know how I handle stopping the pens from rolling away is a roll stop. This is a nice 2-pen roll stop, courtesy of Jonathan at Carolina Pens, when I bought a pen from him many years ago at the DC Pen Show. So that's how I would handle it. And I'm not a shirt person that puts pens in their shirt pockets. In fact, I don't wear any of my shirts anymore with pockets because they were just for my corporate job. I'm a polo guy now. So I like these 2 pens. I think you probably figured that one out. And I like them because of how they feel and how they write and how they're made. And metal is a great material to make a writing instrument out of, especially a writing instrument with a lifetime warranty. So check out Modern Fuel. Watch some of their videos. I think that'll add to your enjoyment and understanding of the pens. And I'm certain if you were to acquire one or convince a significant other that it's a gift that you would like to receive, who knows, Santa's going to come soon, at least that's what I've heard. Maybe he'll bring you one. I hope this video finds you safe, healthy, and happy, enjoying your pens, enjoying writing with your pens, enjoying writing with a new pen, enjoy writing with a pen that just feels great in your hand. Example before you. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this educational and enjoyable. We've reached the end. We're going to say bye. See you soon.